conference. Now, we have to understand that black people will never be free in this country without independent education. Now, we're not talking about the education of the enemy, because there are young people in here. When we talk about education, we're not talking about what you went through in the public food system. We're not talking about that. That was not education. That was what we call miseducation. And this is why you never wanted to go after a certain age, because what was being done to you was destroying your mind and making you non-productive for yourself and for your people. Do y'all understand? Because if black people were given true education, then we should be able to look in our community and see the benefit of true education. But we don't see that, do we? See, if you go to Chinatown, you can tell that they have been educated to some degree, because they're working for their own self-interest. If you go to Greektown, you know that they've been educated to some degree, right? If you go to Little Italy, if you go to Schaumburg where the Jews live, if you go everywhere among every group, you can tell that they have some degree of education because they're working for their own self-interest. But when you come to the black community, then you look around and you should be able to tell in an instant that we've been miseducated because we own nothing where we live. Is that right? We don't own the businesses. In fact, the only way we will think to open up businesses if somebody comes before us and gives us a speech, right? And gets us excited, and then we become inspired. We have to have meetings and conferences on doing what people do naturally. Do you think they had a conference before they established Chinatown? They had to sit down and get all the Chinese people together, and somebody gave a speech. We gotta do this for our children. It must be a Chinatown. It's not necessary, because they're not as dead as we are mentally. Do you all understand? The reason I'm saying that is so we can understand the importance of true and proper education. Because true and proper education is not just to get a job. And if you tell your children that, they look at you like you're crazy. Because there's people making money that didn't go to public school, and they're making more money than you that got a doctorate degree. And why are there so many unemployed educated people, or so-called educated people, if education means you're going to have a great job? So you can't even use that anymore, because all they got to do is put Lil Wayne in your face, put Jay-Z in your face, put Jeezy in your face. They dropped out of school, and they making money. So what are you talking about? Go to school and you'll get a good job. Get out of here. So now, see, so what we did this weekend was first we have to thank the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Let's give the Honorable Louis Farrakhan a round of applause. All praise is due to Allah. Because he's the man that re-established the Muhammad University of Islam, which is the premier independent educational institution in this country. So we thank the Honorable Louis Farrakhan for that. We thank him for his support for the educational conference. What came out of this conference was a new spirit and a new mind among the educators. See, if you go into the educational system of today, they don't have the spirit or the mind to lift black people. If you look at the black middle class in this country, the black middle class was produced by teachers who went in the classroom. Now, you got to keep in mind they had kindergarten through 12th grade in one class. But they went in the classroom with the mind that what they were going to do was going to lift a whole race of people. So the new spirit and the new mind that is in the educators of Muhammad University of Islam is to produce what we call the reflection of God. So everything that we are focusing on, or everything that we're trying to build, the foundation of it is the supreme wisdom given to us by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. So that is the root of everything that we're doing in education. And that man is the example, because he only went to the 3rd grade in the enemy's educational institution. You would call him uneducated, but you got a doctorate degree and don't have a job. This man went to the 3rd grade and produced a whole nation with, all praises due to Allah, with what he got from Master Farad Muhammad. So if we want to produce a nation, then we have to give our children the same thing that he got from Master Farad Muhammad, which is in the supreme wisdom. So the curriculum at Muhammad University of Islam that we have established is based on the supreme wisdom. We've established the MUI online. Why have we established MUI online? Because we have mosques in 120 cities. Some of those mosques have schools, some of them do not. But those schools don't have a Brother Shaheed, the math doctor. There's only one math doctor, I hate to say. And the man is an excellent math teacher. But with MUI Online, schools from all around the nation and homeschoolers will be able to log in and watch Brother Shaheed teach a math class.